Good evening, everyone. So I'm really excited about this evening's training because it's all about sleep and serenity. And sleep is so important for so many reasons. So we're going to be talking about some of the benefits of sleep and the difference that it can make, some great products that are going to help you with that process, as well as some hints and tips and life hacks that are going to add effectiveness for you to help with your sleep. Also, we're talking about serenity and some products that are getting rave reviews to help just make us feel calmer and happier, less anxious. So wonderful things in store. So I'm just going to keep going now, and hopefully we'll pick up a few more viewers as well as we're going through. So hello to those of you who are already here watching tonight. And also to those of you watching the replay, because I know that we've got a lot who will be catching this up over the course of the next day or two. So just comment replay when you're watching it so that we know that you had a chance to have a look. Okay, so first of all, many of you tuned in yesterday for our Trim and Transform Day, where I was talking a lot about some of the latest scientific discoveries about weight loss, as well as some of the beautiful products from Urban Retreat that will help with that. And hey, Jacqueline, thanks for the comment there, lovely. So what we're going to do tonight, in talking about sleep, I wanted to share some of the findings that suggest just how important sleep is for weight loss, for those of you who are on that journey, because sleep helps to regulate your hunger hormones. It reduces ghrelin and increases leptin. So ghrelin is the hunger hormone, and leptin is the satiety hormone, the one that helps you feel full. So just by having a good night's sleep, you've already got the cards stacked in your favor. Also, a good night's sleep helps you to maintain that healthy metabolism, which is so important as we're traveling through the days. It improves your energy, reduces cortisol, which is the stress hormone that can cause all sorts of havoc in your body, and it improves your decision making. So you think, well, why is that relevant to weight loss? Simply because if you're presented with multiple options, you are more likely to choose a healthier option or less likely to give in to the cravings. So sleep is really important for those of you on that Trim and Transform journey as well. Hey, Leanne. So let's hear about some hacks that are going to help you improve your sleep, and then we're going to talk about some products that are going to make it even easier. So first of all, natural light, exposure to natural light at some stage during the day is going to help to regulate your body's internal clock, or your circadian rhythm is what it's called, which is crucial for maintaining healthy sleep cycles, improving sleep quality, and ensuring alertness during the day. So I've got so many notes here today because there's lots of things I want to share with you about sleep because it's so important. So natural light also helps to boost your serotonin levels. And we know from day one, serotonin is such an important chemical in your body. And of course, increased serotonin levels is also going to help to boost your energy levels, and also vitamin D synthesis. You need exposure to that natural light to be able to formulate your vitamin D. But, and that hormone, vitamin D, so you would think it's a vitamin based on its name, but it's not. It's actually a hormone, and it's essential for bone health, immune function, and prevention of disease. And did you know that Australia is actually one of the most deficient countries in the world? We shouldn't be. We have lots of sunshine, but we've all been raised with very effective slip, slop, and slap messages, and we're very sun aware, which is important. We want to, of course, avoid getting burnt, but if we continue to be as sun conscious as we are, we're going to cause other issues with our vitamin D deficiency. So what is perhaps a healthy way to look at it is to try and get some sun exposure in a healthy way, not to ever get burnt, but some kind of exposure to natural light and sunshine without sunscreen on is really quite important for regulating your sleep cycles, as well as ensuring you're getting some vitamin D synthesis. So it's just something to keep in mind, because we are so sun conscious because of the high rates of skin cancer in Australia, that now we quite possibly, scientists are saying, have taken it too far, and we need to go back to getting a little bit of a healthier balance where we do get still some sun exposure. Of course, it has to be in a very considered and careful manner, but just keep that in mind as you are going about your day-to-day life, that a little bit of sun is a good thing. Just got to be super careful that it's not too much. But if it is a day where it is really hot, really sunny, you know the UV is high, then you can still benefit from exposure to natural light to regulate your sleep cycle, because it's having our eyes exposed to the natural light that is going to help regulate that. So, hey Cheryl. So this is something for you to keep in mind as you're going about your day-to-day life. Now, many of you will have heard about the need to limit our screen time in the evening before bed. They suggest that you should limit your screen time at least an hour before bed. That's ideal. This is the ideal scenario that we're talking about, because the exposure to the blue light can really interfere with the production of melatonin in your body. And melatonin is what we need to tell our brain that it's time to start shutting down and winding down for the evening so that we can fall asleep. But blue light interferes with that, because if you think back to how we've evolved, the only kind of light we would have been exposed to in the evenings would have been a firelight. And the rate of our acceleration as a species and our acceleration of technology hasn't kept up with our evolution. We can't evolve fast enough to be able to adapt this quickly. So we need to be mindful of that and try to limit our blue light exposure in the evenings. Now, I do have a little hack for you that you can apply to your devices. So I'm not saying you can keep using your device right up till bedtime and it's not going to have any impact, but it will help to reduce the impact that it has if you switch your devices to night mode. I have shared a post that will pop up in the group a little bit later this evening after I've finished my live, that will explain to you how to set it into these modes for iPhone and for Android, so that if you haven't already done that on your phone, it's something that you can do. I've got it there for phone, iPad, Android, so all of those handheld devices. Some people choose to set it on their smart TVs as well, but at least you'll be able to follow the instructions if you haven't done it yet, because it's going to help improve your sleep. Even if that's the only step you do, it will make a difference. So on the iPhone, just briefly, you're looking for settings, display, and night shift. By changing that, it will automatically change into a warmer tones. It will take out some of the cooler tones, which reduces your impact with the blue light. And on Android devices, it's the same, settings, display, and then eye comfort. And it does the same thing. That's what you're looking for. You can look at that on the post a bit later as well, but that's what you're looking for to be able to change it. And depending on your device, you may be able to set it to change into that mode at a certain time in the evening. You can play around with that and see what you can do. The other thing is, in your wherever you're sleeping at night, it's ideal to have it as dark as possible. So I've even gone to the extreme. I used to have a clock radio in there, and it had quite a bright light on it. It was red, so that was better than having a blue light or a green light on it. White, blue, or green is probably the worst light you could have on them, but I still got rid of it and it made it darker, which is really helpful. We used to have a television in the bedroom as well. Took that out. It's meant to not be ideal to be watching television in bed, because then your brain thinks when you get in bed, I'm going to switch on because I'm going to be entertained. So if that's a habit that you have, then try to change that and only have your television viewing somewhere else in the house, so that when you get into bed, it's conditioning you that this is where I come to sleep. And that's a helpful part of training your brain as well. So that's something that you could look at if that's something that you're doing as well, because it made a huge difference for me when I made those couple of little changes as well. Oh, hello, got a few more viewers here. Hello, nice to see you all. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is one of the products, because I know that it's not always easy to do these things perfectly. And in the ideal world, it'd be great to have no screen time, to have dim lights in the house, and to hop into bed and everything would work perfectly. But even myself, even though I know all of these tips, there are some nights when I'm up working late, or when I'm responding to messages on my phone late, and I don't allow myself that wind down time, which I find does make a big difference when I do it. But when I don't do it, these have made a world of difference. The Zeto caps. Some of the consultants were lucky enough to get some as a trial so that we could find out what they're like. And oh my goodness, they are incredible. I knew they would be because I've investigated all of these ingredients, and I'm going to share some of them with you tonight. I knew they'd be amazing, but even I am a little blown away by how effective they are. When I take one of these an hour before bed, even if I am working, like I have been each night of our special vitality event, I've been working till late and then going straight to bed. And but I have been remembering to take one of these beauties, because then I find that I start to get a little drowsy. Now, they're not going to impact your ability to drive or operate heavy machinery. They're not, like that. But I do find that I notice a difference straight away when I've had them. That by that hour has passed, I feel drowsier. I feel ready for bed, because these are, in a healthy way, they're sort of tricking your body that, okay, even though there's no melatonin yet, body, it's okay. You can start winding down for bed. And it's genius. It's exactly what we need. And let me share with you some of the ingredients in here, because they are amazing, 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 amazing. It has it has ingredients that are also going to help with restless legs. So if that's something that you suffer with and that's impacting your sleep, then it's going to help with that as well, because it's got some magnesium and a couple of other things that are going to help with that. It also has lemon balm, which is known for its properties of reducing stress and improving sleep quality. Valerian root, which is known as nature's Valium, which is wonderful and renowned for its ability to reduce anxiety and, again, improve sleep quality. So not only do I find personally that I fall asleep faster with this, I am still waking sometimes, but I'm getting to sleep faster again when I've had these capsules. And if I forget, I notice a big difference. It's also got some other amazing magic qualities to this little capsule. It's called a Zeto cap because it's also going to help put your body into ketosis. So that's a word some of you may have heard of and may be really familiar. You may have done a keto diet or be currently on one. But this little tablet helps your body to go into ketosis a bit faster and stay there a bit longer. So that people like to do a keto diet because it's quite renowned for its ability to help you shed fat fast, because it trains, when you're in ketosis, your body, instead of fueling itself from the glucose in your body, it's fueling itself from the fat stores in your body, which is why it's so effective. But it is a challenge. Has anybody here tried a keto diet? I was told after my strokes that it would be a good idea for me to have a go at keto diet for my first year to try and reduce the inflammation in my body. And they said it could help with my genetic condition. And it was hard work, I'm not going to lie. It was really hard work trying to work out. There is carbs hidden everywhere. And I would get into ketosis and then I'd fall back out of it. And it was tricky. I take my hat off to people who can maintain it consistently. But I wish I'd known about these capsules then, because it's just that little helping hand. And if you are on a serious weight loss journey, then ketosis is a great way to do it. And even if you're not wanting to do a keto diet, which I'm personally not, I take these capsules primarily for their benefits for sleep. But if you're concentrating on reducing your carbs, and then these are going to help you to be more likely to be burning fat. So I just think that's wonderful. It's also got more brilliant ingredients: magnesium and potassium citrate, which support electrolyte balance and prevent cramps. So I don't know if any of you have ever suffered a cramp when you're trying to get to sleep. I occasionally was getting them in my calf muscles. Probably lots and lots of karate training hasn't helped that. But the magnesium in these, I haven't had one since I've started taking these tablets. It's just wonderful. Leanne's saying you agree that these capsules are good. Still wait to go to the loo, but get back to sleep quicker. Yeah, I find the same. It's great. And Jacqueline, they're incredibly definitely going to try ordering them again. I feel they make me feel relaxed. Oh yeah, they're so good. And Donna, you're saying you were on keto about 20 years ago and lost a lot of weight with daily walking as well. Yeah, that'd be a wonderful combination. So that's great. And Dina, your sleep is so much deeper and relaxing since taking them. Yeah, I honestly, I think of Urban Retreat has some seriously life-changing products, but I think that this is a bit of a key to it all, because if you've had better sleep, you can make better decisions. You can exercise more. You can be more productive. I feel like sleep is like that foundation stone that helps you deal with everything in life better. And whether you want to focus on a keto diet or not, these tablets are just a godsend. And even if you are... So even if you're not, they're great for sleep. But if you are thinking, like, I really want to lose weight and any little boost is going to help, then this is fabulous, because it might help you switch into keto a lot faster. And at least then overnight, you might go into some ketosis. So definitely help. I love them. And it looks like every consultant that's here as a part of this tonight has found the same. They are so good. And that's not all. There's more in there. There's the beta hydroxybutyrate salts. They're what really helps with the ketosis. And if any of you are on a keto diet or have tried one, headaches can be an issue when you're on a keto diet. And that's what the beta hydroxybutyrate salts are helping with, because they're giving you that better electrolyte balance. and you're less likely to get headachy when you switch into ketosis. So really great for any of you out there that are giving that a go. So it's also packed full of other vitamins and minerals. It is just so, so good. I would absolutely, wholeheartedly recommend that you get some if you have any kind of sleep disturbance at all. And if you're on a keto diet, that's a bonus. They are going to help you with that. They're going to help you get your body into the kind of state where you're more likely to lose weight quickly. And it's kind of a bit magic, really, isn't it? I love them. They're so good. Okay, now another tip. So you will have heard, if you watched day 1, where I was talking all about energizing and focus, I spoke about gratitude journaling and the power of gratitude that it has to energize your life and boost your vitality in so many ways. But there's one way that I saved for today to talk about, because that is about its power to improve your sleep as well. So I recommended that you start a gratitude practice, and it could be as simple as just writing one thing down that you're grateful for, or starting a glitter journal and talk about the highlight from your day. And a practice like that, if you do it just before bed, has a very powerful impact, because then your subconscious mind is processing the things you're grateful for, the things that were good in your day, the things that were the highlights. And those they're more likely to be embedded into your mind and into your existence, and help to train your reticular activating system to be looking for the highlights, to be looking for things to be grateful for. So doing it before bed is powerful along those lines. But the studies have also shown that by doing it before bed, you are also going to improve your sleep, enhance your mood, reduce your stress, give you better physical health, stronger relationships, increased resilience, enhanced mindfulness, and more positive outlook on life, because you've trained your reticular activating system to be scanning the world for positivity. So, and this study was done on somebody who does a gratitude practice at any other time of the day versus somebody who does it at bedtime. Now, we know that whenever you do it is going to improve your life. But without any doubt, somebody who did it just before bed had far greater results. So if you are going to do this practice, you might as well do it before bed, because you're going to get so much more juice out of that couple of little sentences. So maybe change up your routine to include that just before bedtime. And if you've had your Zito cap an hour before bed, and then you pop this practice in there somewhere, it's also going to help give a little bit of gap, at least, between when you're finishing your screen time as well. It's just going to help that whole process be a little bit more on your side. So then the next thing that I'm going to talk about, because this is Sleep and Serenity Day. So Serenity is about more than just sleep. It's about how you feel about your day as well, and what your anxiety levels are like, and whether you're feeling up or down. So Urban Retreat has a couple of products that are really going to help you with your outlook and how you're feeling. So I want to share a couple. We've recently launched these balance capsules, and the feedback coming through from these has been a little mind-blowing, I'm going to say. People are absolutely swearing by these from the first couple of days of taking them, which is just amazing. I have had customers coming back to me and consultants, saying that they haven't had a hot flush since they started taking them, and they had been plagued with terrible ones. So that in itself is amazing. But these are not just for people suffering from that symptom. These are designed for men, women, and teens. So it's a pretty broad category there, but it's to target symptoms of hormonal fluctuations. So it's just helping to keep you a little bit more stable rather than having some of the roller coaster ride that we can have. And these have been proven to be effective at relieving PMS symptoms, hot flushes, cramping, and mood swings. So they are like a little pot of gold, really. And you know, serotonin, my friend again, this boosts serotonin too. We like serotonin. Serotonin is the happy chemical. We want more of that. And these are better. It's not just about the hormones as well. They also reduce cholesterol and combat signs of aging. So, hello, these sound amazing to me. They've got incredible natural ingredients, including dong quai, chasteberry, black cohosh, hespedrin, which is a citrus fruit extract. And did you know that's known to alleviate symptoms of varicose veins? So there's so much that this can do. Just wonderful. So if any of those things sound like something that you would benefit from, give them a try because they're quite remarkable. Now, they suggest that you take 2 capsules in the morning unless you suffer symptoms at nighttime. So anybody suffering hot flushes might want to take one of these before bed, and or cramping, anything that is impacting your sleep. So it could be that for some of you, the combination of both of these would make an even more dramatic impact, depending what your symptoms are and what your needs are. But for some people, it could be quite remarkable. So there's a couple of little beauties that could really help you with just everything working better. It's like they're a little secret tune-up and our secret little magic potion to help with improving everything in life. We also have, I'm going to share another tip after this, but we also have this beautiful product called Soul. I love this product. I know I keep saying that, but I've deliberately chosen products to talk about in our Vitality events that are just wow, just beautiful products. So Soul is a natural nootropic cordial, and you take just 1 shot, 15 ml shot of this as needed. It does have a little bit of natural caffeine in it, so if you're particularly sensitive to caffeine, you might not want to have it too close to bed. But I also know some consultants and customers who have it in the evening as a wind down instead of going for a glass of wine. And they're not finding it's impacting their sleep, so they can't be particularly sensitive to caffeine. But this is just a great way to help you chill out, be able to cope with things, cope with challenges, and oh, so beautiful. Listen to some of the amazing things that it does and some of the amazing ingredients in here. It has 12 botanical extracts. Each of them is renowned for some amazing things that it does. I'm not going to go through them all, but I will share some of them. It has rhodiola root extract, which is a natural adaptogen. So this can help to increase your resistance to stress-related burnout and anxiety. That's what that ingredient's renowned for. It's also got natural marine magnesium, which is a little different to some of the other magnesiums included in things. And this one is specifically targeted for reducing tiredness, fighting depression, improving PMS symptoms, and it can help to lower blood pressure. So if you Google any of these ingredients, you'll learn so much about them. And they market this as mood support and life vitality. Now, of course, because of the massive amount of control that pharmaceutical companies have over the world, let's face it, companies with natural products are not allowed to claim any any medical benefit. So we're not doing that. We're claiming mood support and life vitality. But if you Google the ingredients, you can see what they are beneficial for. And there's so many things that this is beneficial for. And if you have further curiosity, you will find on our website we have a huge volume of what are they called? I've gone blank. Huge volume. Oh, that's the one. Sorry, I'm a bit tired tonight. A huge volume of testimonials on the website from customers who swear by this product. So if you're curious, go and check it out, because I think that this is a little bit of a life savior for some people in how it elevates them, helps them cope with challenging situations, and just feel a little calmer with their existence. I know that there are times when I've got challenging things coming up, or a challenging conversation that I've got to approach, or just a bit frazzled. Then a shot of this just helps me be able to cope with it so much better. So it's just a little pick-me-up. And whilst I'm not claiming any medical benefits, I have noticed that my eldest daughter, who does suffer from anxiety in certain situations, has noticed a huge difference for her. So could be something that you might want to look into. So that's a little bit about soul. So I just want to finish off now with one last little tip about mindfulness, and just a little activity that you could do to help you drift off to sleep. Now, I've found that once I've taken my Zito caps, and that by the time I've gone through this activity in my mind, when I lie down in bed, I'm asleep. I don't even remember anything else. So you might find it really helpful if you need just that extra little mind wind down when you get into bed. And it's just so helpful. So this one helps to calm the central nervous system, and it was formulated, this particular exercise was formulated by Dr. Andrew Weil in a couple of years ago now, quite a few years ago now, might be 10. And in the study, it was found that this particular breathing pattern has the best impact on calming your central nervous system, which once it's calm, your mind can switch off and you can drift off to sleep, especially if you've got some assistance that's telling your body as well, it's okay. There may not be enough melatonin, but it's okay. You can go to sleep now. And so this particular breathing exercise is called the 4-7-8 method. So what you're going to do, everybody, if you're watching now, whether you're live or replay, do it with me. So it's going to be, you're going to breathe in for the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to hold that breath for the count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we're going to breathe out for the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I was counting a little faster there because my instruction at the start was the equivalent of at least 1 count. So when you do it for yourself, you could go a little slower than that. If you find that you get a little lightheaded, it's because you're not adapted to that kind of breathing exercise. And while you're adjusting to it, you can reduce the count of the hold and the breathe out. So, but build up to 4, 7, 8. Unfortunately, in today's society, many of us have grown up as chest breathers, and we breathe more into our chest. Now, it's something I've been consciously trying to stop myself do over the last few years, and now I'm a tummy breather, so I find it difficult to breathe up into my chest, even when I'm demonstrating it. But for most of my life, I was a chest breather. and you never really get fully oxygenated when you do that, and you're never really optimized, you're never really operating at your maximum capacity. And if any of you out there are, like I was, a ballerina, I was very, very serious with my ballet for many, many years, and I did love it. But unfortunately, ballerinas are not taught very good breathing practices, because we're taught to suck our stomach in. You don't want to see that moving. So we learn to breathe through our chest. But that's a really bad habit. So if you find that you are a chest breather, then consciously think about it when you're doing these breathing exercises, to breathe into your stomach as you're filling it up with that big count of 4 breathing in, conscious on feeling your ribs move out as you're filling up your stomach, because then that's going to give you the best oxygenation, and it's going to start to retrain your diaphragm to be working optimally with your breath control. And everything works better when you're breathing well. If you find yourself at a particularly stressful time during your day as well, then a combination of Soul and a few 4, 7, 8 breath counts is going to make a world of difference for you, and really help you deal with what's going on in your day. Now, I'm going to give you an alternative mindful activity. I mix it up, and this is another one that you might like to try when you're resting in bed trying to wind yourself down for sleep, is what's known as a body scan. And there's different methods, but I like to go from my toes up, and basically you send your thoughts down to your toes, and if you need to at the start, you can tense them and relax them. You might build up over time to a point where you don't even need to tense those muscles to be able to mentally relax them. But I had to start with the tensing process. First, to be able to mentally isolate that part of my body, to be able to be conscious of where it was within space, and also to be able to feel that immediate relaxation after I've tensed it. So tense just for a couple of counts and then release. And then that part is relaxed. And then you move up a little bit, perhaps to your ankles, and tense them and relax. And then your calf muscles, tense and relax. And all your way up to the body. And even your fingers, tense, relax. And same with your face. I used to think I could just tense my face and then relax, but I find that I hold tension all over my face. So I have to feel the relaxation process in different areas. So now I just consciously relax my jaw first, then my eyes, and then my forehead and scalp. And by mentally breaking my face up into those zones, I feel an improved sense of relaxation. So play around with what works for you, but doing either the breathing exercise and do it for 10 rotations through, build up to that. Just start with 2 or 3 if you're new to breathing exercises, and so a breathing exercise or a tense and relax exercise once you climb into bed can really help with that falling off to sleep process. And if you find yourself awake at 3 in the morning and you just can't get yourself back to sleep, remember, there's some probability that it could be a hormonal imbalance, and then trying some of these balance capsules could help. But it could also be that your blood glucose sugars are a little bit haywire, and that could be what's waking you at that hour of the night. And if you wake between 2 and 3, it is almost certainly your blood glucose levels that are a bit haywire, because that's the right timing that could be happening. So if that's the case, then go and watch the video that I did on day 2, where I talked about the blood glucose levels, because it's not just about weight loss and managing and maintaining weight, it's also about health. And it's a clear sign that your blood glucose levels could be problematic if that's happening. So it doesn't mean that it's going to cause you any dramas, but it could be leading to something down the track. So if we can be aware of it and get it under control now with some of those hacks and some of the tools that we have at our disposal, like these Zeto caps to help us, get our blood glucose levels under control, and the cheat capsules, there's things that we can do. Our body supplement is specifically designed for that. So there's lots of things that we have in our urban retreat box of tricks that could help you with your sleep. It could be impacted in different ways. So hopefully you find all of this a bit interesting, and there's a product that you're going to try to help turbocharge these results. And if you're combining some of the tips that I've shared with some of the products, you should see quite profound impact in with the problem that you're trying to solve in your life. So I'm really hoping that you've enjoyed this 3-day series of our Vitality event. And I'd love to know your feedback. Is doing things like this something you'd like me to regularly pop in and do? Maybe do a little monthly feature. And if so, what you found the most benefit from, the most interest in, and because I really do love sharing and educating, and I'm a little bit passionate about helping everybody improve their lives, and to share these beautiful urban retreat products that will help enhance everything. So let me see. Oh, thank you. Thanks everybody for joining. Leanne, you say, oh, you do top down, do you, with the relaxation? That's wonderful. Oh, that's really good. I'm so glad that that's a practice that you've kept up. That's great. Oh, thanks, Donna. You shared for me when I had lost the word testimonials, but yes, reviews, testimonials, either one. And Leanne, yes, magnesium. If you're low on magnesium, then getting onto that can be life-changing. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining me. It's so lovely to have had so many of you here with me live tonight as well. It always is enjoyable to feel like I'm chatting with friends when I'm doing an event like this. And I can't wait to hear all of your results, and definitely get hold of these Zeto caps. Okay, thank you so much, everybody.